Hey everyone, September 2nd, 2025, training log number 3. I really wasn't planning on jumping on this morning, but just finished the workout, have a couple extra minutes, and figured we'd just give a overview of how today went. It started at home, getting on the scale, being up a few pounds. I came in at 183 this morning, which is the highest I've seen in a long time. I've generally been anywhere between like 178 to 180, maybe 181. So that's a bit higher than what I'd like to have seen. Could have been a lot of things, but the point is we don't want those creeping in. So I gotta tighten up the nutrition. Going to do a little more strict tracking. I've generally been tracking the first half of the day and then getting to like the last meal of the day and then just, winging it, eating what I want. And I've been able to stay within my weight range, no problem. But after today, I'm like, you know, hopefully it was just an anomaly and it's right back into range tomorrow. But I definitely want to be well under going into my weigh-in the night before to the point where I'm low enough where so my weigh-in is going to be at 8 o'clock Saturday morning, October 18th. So on Friday the 17th, I'm going to go do my weigh-in I'm sorry, the weigh-in that I'm going to be doing is going to be on Friday the 17th, the night before the competition, which is on the 18th of October. So I want my weight to be low enough that on Friday I eat all my normal food and I still come in at 5 o'clock at night underweight. So I got to get my weight down, a handful of pounds here. So I'm going to tighten things up to make sure that I don't have any of that stress. And then I can come in already Saturday morning, knowing that I hit my weight class and just worry about the lifting. But anyway, that was before I got to the gym. Took quite a while for me to get warmed up and loosened up and just get things feeling good. But I finally got into my upper body dynamic effort day, so speed bench. I was doing 175 for 8 sets of 3. And on my 6th set of triples, it's where I felt the best. Like all of a sudden, it's like, wow, I'm moving faster than the first set. So 6, 7, and 8. I'm like, wow, I feel like I finally hit my stride as far as being warmed up and finding the groove. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself that I need to do something a little bit different before I get on the bench, a little more warm up, maybe some extra push-ups and dips and things, maybe even some more club swinging, something to just get the body warmed up a little bit better. Maybe I even implement do my jumping then, do maybe 40 jumps, some box jumps, any types of jumps, just to try to excite that nervous system and get warmed up. But I'll figure that out. And then after the bench, we moved on to some dumbbell presses at a 30-degree angle, so a slight incline for 5 sets of 8. We did some overhead presses with the barbell, did some landmine rows for the back, used a cambered bar for narrow some narrow grip presses for the triceps. Let me just double back to when I did my dynamic work, my 175 for 8 sets of 3. I used a regular bar, but I had fat grips on there, something a little bit different. So when using the fat grips, because the thickness of the grip over the regular, Olympic bar creates a longer range of motion because you have to go deeper at the bottom. That's why I didn't use like a 2-inch axle bar. So a 2-inch axle bar, yes, I would get the grip, but the bar would make contact at the chest at a higher point than using a regular straight bar with the fat grips. And then I hit the triceps pretty good. We did some French presses, which caught up to my triceps pretty quick. And then some high rep band push downs, just trying to push some blood into really work those tendons, get flush everything in there. And then some biceps and calves. Move through that rather quickly, just trying to get a good pump on the arms, hypertrophy work, and the calves. I did regular calves and reverse tibs, more or less to really, I feel better when I do a lot of calf work to keep, although my calves tend not to grow the way I'd like them. But more for the ankle mobility and strengthening of the knees with the reverse tib stuff. So it's more of a matter of function than it is hypertrophy right now. So I'm going to tighten up the diet, and I think everything's trending on point. So Wednesday and Thursdays, a tough part of the week for me. So I come in Wednesday, I'm going to be doing dynamic effort, lower body at about 6 a.m. And then at 4:30 in the p.m., I go and I take a hot yoga class for 60 minutes, which feels really good, but I got to be real careful about my early morning workout on Thursday, which I'm going to be doing max effort upper body. So that between the workout and the yoga, it takes a lot out of me. So I really got to make sure things are dialed in on point with not just nutrition, but also hydration, recovery, and sleep. So we'll see how things go. It's been working out well so far. I think the yoga has been helping a lot as far as keeping me mobile. So for now, it stays in the program. All right, everyone, we will talk to you soon on number 4 later.